Yeah. Cool. Are you guys able to see the PowerPoint?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. So, hi everyone. My name is Bella, and I am currently a post-degree finance student at Douglas College. And so this information session is for the establishing a founding team for the 180 degrees consulting. And this is a Kickstart info session. So let's get to it. So what is the 180 degrees consulting? So 180 degree consulting is the world's largest consultancy for nonprofits and social enterprise, as you guys can see. So there are many branches across the 40 different countries. So this is really big organization per se. And the main goal is to improve education, reduce homelessness, and alleviate poverty. So far, 180 DC, so the short name is called 180 DC, have provided over 6.2 million hours of the consulting service for nonprofits and social enterprises. And so this is a quick map of all the branches across the world. And Canada, US are the main players, and also quite a few European countries. And most branches are actually founded in universities. So for example, so there is only one 180 DC in British Columbia, which is UBC. So if we found another branch, we will be the second in the entire province, and also we will be the first college to start the 180 DC branch in the whole North America. So it's pretty cool. And you guys can see there are other like UT Dallas, and there are in other countries, India as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised. Like, I'm from India, and virtually the whole of India is covered. You guys are covering.
Right? Have you heard this 180 DC from when you were in India before?
I mean, I might have heard from like some sources, but didn't like know about it in depth. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
good to know. Like these are pretty elite colleges and universities.
Oh really? Yeah. Yeah, you probably can tell.
Yeah, IITs are the
Yeah,
Ivy Leagues of India.
cool. Awesome. Yeah, so why join? I summarized a few reasons. So the first is 180 DC is a really well-known consulting organization. So there are many resources we can leverage for sure. So even just if we reach out clients saying that we're from 180 DC, that says something about our quality, you know what I mean? And also the onboarding program and trainings. So in order to join as a branch, 180 DC actually has a called Global Branch Accelerator Program. So this program will actually train everyone who's the founding team and get us on board, especially for the first year on board, and also networking opportunities. And the third is industry professionals. So from what I know already is that a lot of 180 DC alumni are going into Big Fours, MBBs, so McKinsey, Bain, and Boston Consulting Groups. So this is a great career leap per se, and which is kind of tied to our last one, which is the future exit. So if we have this branch all set up and we do actually work the fourth one, the real clients and real work, then there are future exit possibilities of going to consulting firms, but also to the client's firm if over the project you guys or all of us were able to network sort of thing, and also present great quality of work. So those are 5 reasons why we should join, and that's the program. And so who we're looking for, there are 5 main roles, and then we also have the founding team generalist. So the first one is mentor coordination chair, which is the main duties are between 180 DC and Douglas College, and also seeking mentors academically or professionally. So this coordination chair is definitely a lot of involvement between school and our funding team, and also potentially going outside of school for more mentorship, stuff like that. And the second is the legal department, because we do need to set up a legal entity that need to sign binding contracts, stuff like that. So we need a legal representation, so not just within Douglas College, but also within the province. So this chair, if anyone's in the law degrees or anyone interested, definitely don't have to be a law student. And the third one is finance department. I know a lot of you probably from finance degrees per se, because I saw when you guys sign up, there are resumes and things, stuff like that. I saw a lot of people have finance backgrounds. So this department chair is focusing on first of all, set up the whole financial plan for our branch, and also in charge of the bank accounts, opening accounts, and also will be like the head of making decisions of how we're gonna financially support. So that also includes like fundraising, stuff like that. So we will go into that details if anyone's interested. And the fourth one is client acquisition. So that one is mainly to go out to acquire clients. So one thing to add is that for those chairs, after people fill up these roles, we're not going to immediately, for example, acquire clients right on spot. But this chair is for that person to take the initiative to make up the strategies, the plans, and also what kind of clients they want to reach out. So definitely not like you have to bring on clients right now on spot. So yes, and the second to the last is development and recruitment chair. So that is the oversight of the whole recruitment. I probably don't need to explain more, but also in terms of the development. So this case, the chair for this department is also going to oversee the whole onboarding program, and also develop training materials for students who later on join, those kind of things. So kind of like, so all these files are specifically dedicated to one specific area. And the last one is founding team generalist. So I do know a few people that sign up. So maybe not the ones, not you guys, but there are people that sign up for joining, that they say they want to involve, but they cannot, maybe because of their work or studies or stuff like that. So they are able to involve to certain degrees, but definitely not commitment. So then for those people, we're open to the funding team generalist roles. And so a brief timeline. Oh, also, sorry to say that so late, but if you guys have any questions, just stop me in the midway. That's totally fine. And for timeline, so November 1st to the 4th, we've already got approval from the headquarters that we are able to set up a branch here. So after the approval, we are having college-wide info sessions and funding, almost said funding family. Yeah, it's the same, funding family selections. And so that means next Wednesday, we will have a first round establishment and internal training sessions as well. So because so you guys might be able to tell that it's really fast paced. So that is because 180 DCs want us to set up as quickly as possible so they can get the interview and the onboarding process quick. But I would want to stress that if you guys see the bottom, so November 16th, so 2 weeks from today, so people can still join the funding team, and also you guys can, if going through the process 2 weeks, you realize you are not able to commit, stuff like that, then you can also drop. So this 2 weeks is sort of like
trial.
Yes, exactly. You probably play like college sports team, things like that, right? Yeah, so you know the
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, sure, got it.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really great way to put it. Yeah. And so with that being said, these 2 weeks, we will probably have extensive involvement with schools. So for example, before this info session, I've actually got in contact with a few professors who are putting us in contact with the dean. So next Tuesday, we will have a presentation per se, but see how long dean has for us. But so if you guys are interested, you guys can also join. So for that meeting, so probably like 5 to 10 minutes, we'll have a quick chat with the dean for establishing this whole branch. So yeah, detailed information, if you guys are interested, I will definitely show you guys later. And so what's next is that, so so November 16th, after that, if we successfully make the petition, we will be invited for an interview with the 180 DC growth team. So they need to actually set an interview with us to see if we qualify to set up this branch. So the reason behind this is that 180 Degrees Consulting is a well-known brand per se. So it's kind of like a chain restaurant, if you say that. So they need to make sure you're well qualified, and then they will send people to train us so we can meet their standard. So if we go out to work with real clients, we're not going individually, we're going as a member of 180 DC. So they need to make sure that we reach their standard per se. So yeah, so after the whole accelerator program, then we will have a branch proposal. So basically up to that point, it's pretty much we're sure that we are in. So we just need a formal document per se to make a record. And then afterwards is the onboarding. And commitments. So this is a big thing, and I wanted to put it up front. So if anyone thinks that it's a commitment you're willing to make, then it's great. But if that's a commitment you're not able to make, but if you're still interested, you can join as a generalist, as I said before. The first is that 10 to 15 hours per week for establishing and running the branch. The second is you're willing to juggle multiple balls while still maintain a high standard of your assigned duty. So assigned duty means that which chairs you're running, but that would be your choice. And third is we will definitely all build a well-rounded LinkedIn profile. I've seen a few of you guys is already good, so we're good on that. And the fourth one is responsible and self-initiative without much supervision. But one thing really important is no ghosting, because I know that's a thing that like ghosting is roasted, you know? So definitely that's a big no-no. And that's not responsible even for like, if you go on to your career. So try to not do that when you're still a student. And lastly is creative and willing to go beyond what's needed to be done, because setting up a branch is almost like an entrepreneur. We are doing everything on our own, even with some trainings or some advice or help from the growth team, the headquarters, but most of the things we do, we're on our own and we can make our own decisions per se. So that's also like a big bonus for us, like what kind of involvement we want with the school or with the area. For example, when I was connecting with the 180DC headquarters, they mentioned that we can eventually build out this whole chapter as the whole Vancouver area instead of just from our Douglas College. So we can provide more resources for students who are not involved in, I'm not targeting UBC, but I'm just saying that students are not involved in the university level, but there are a lot of college students in Vancouver. And also like KPU or SFU, they don't have 180DC either. And if they want to join, maybe we can be the best resource eventually. So I do have an application form, so you guys can choose what roles you want to apply for, and also the other information such as like what degree programs you're in, like how many years you left for school. So I'm going to, I don't know if you guys still can see it, but I can definitely send this in the chat, but you guys can take all your time needed, because from now on, I will just take questions. There will be a Q&A session if I delay this. Cool. And you guys received the link,
Yeah,
right?
in chat.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, so that's all about this presentation. And now I'm open to any Q&As, and also for updates. Everyone who's watching this video right now can follow me on LinkedIn or add me or Silversea, which is the nonprofit I'm running, because the best way to reach us if you're not in the WhatsApp group are probably LinkedIn. So yeah, any questions?
Yeah, Bella, so I was filling your application form yesterday, and I think the roles that you guys have provided in that, they are a bit different to the ones that you mentioned in the slide. I think I couldn't find the chair roles on
Oh,
the
okay.
application.
I know what you mean. Yeah, so the application you fill out yesterday is actually for my own nonprofit. I think you find the application on my website, right?
I don't know. No, I think you put it in the WhatsApp group, and that was when I was filling it. Or
Okay. I'm
okay,
so sorry if there's a miscommunication.
yeah.
Let
Okay,
me
so Solver C is so what's Solver C and what's like 180 degrees and Solver C, they are two different
Yes.
entities.
So before 180-degree consulting, I was running, or I am still running Silversea. That
Okay.
is a nonprofit consulting and also a student mentorship.
Okay.
And so that is not related to 180-degree consulting, but it was just because if you click on my website, then you will be directed to my company as well. So that might be a confusion. I will try to make that separate if that's causing confusion.
Yeah, I'm not too sure myself because you had put in two links, I think, yesterday in the
Mhm.
WhatsApp group. And I remember going through the Solver C website. Probably that's where I found the
The
Google
case
form.
gallery, yes.
The case gallery and also the application form. So
Mhm.
yeah, even I can't remember exactly whether it was for Solver C or for 180 degree. But you're saying for 180 degrees, the roles that you mentioned, the chair roles, they will be the ones mentioned in the application form.
Yes. So
Chair.
the link that I just sent in the group chat, and also after I post this video, I will leave the link in the comment. So
Perfect.
that will be, hold on, did I skip that? Oh yes. So these ones, those positions end with something about chairs, blah 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 chairs. These are for the 180 degrees consulting.
Yeah. It's a different one because I remember there was a
Got it.
question regarding why do you want to join in the application form that I filled. So yeah, this is a different one.
Okay. So
So that
sorry for the miscommunication on
that's
my
totally
part.
fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for how long, if you don't mind me asking, for how long have you been associated with 180DC?
So when ADDC is actually, so I can't say that I'm associated with it because I've never be a member, but I do
Mhm.
have many friends from when ADDC is from UBC, from Calgary, like Waterloo, so those kind of places. And I've been in contact with the growth team, and I just saw they have this like opening opportunities to set up branches. That's why I think that's a great opportunity for us to take the initiative. So
Right,
I'm not representing 180DC. I will be if we form a team.
right. So we are essentially like you are in the same boat as us. You will be the founding, like you are the founding member, and you
Yes,
will be through the process of getting permission from the headquarters yourself.
yes, we actually do have the permission from headquarters as well
Mhm.
already. So
Right.
yeah, so right now I'm just the, I would say I'm just a key point of contact.
Contact. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But you're not like official representative because you're not a member yourself.
No.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. And where are the headquarters for
I
any?
believe it's Sydney.
Oh, okay. So
Yes, but I could be wrong because because the reason is that's the group that I'm connecting with, called the Growth Lead, and also their official LinkedIn page are all set in Sydney. So that's what I assumed.
yeah. Oh, now that you mentioned LinkedIn, I think I must have gotten the application form from the LinkedIn page. I think I can't remember exactly,
Could
but
be.
probably it must be for either Solver C or yeah, pretty much
Mhm.
Solver C only. Right. And so like you mentioned in one of the slides that we will be having a casual, I mean, an interview of sorts with the growth team.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, we'll be invited for the interview. So, like, what can we expect in the interview? How was the interview process like?
Yeah, that's a good question. So just a quick thing that before the interview, we will have sent in a application.
Mhm.
So that will be behalf of the whole team. So everyone will submit their our LinkedIn profile, and
Okay.
also we have a few short questions, which are actually focusing on the different parts. So how we're gonna set up the legal stuff, how we set up the financial and client acquisition. So I actually divided these roles based on the requirement from 180DC. So
Okay.
yes, so after we fill in these chairs, we will each chairs will have the strategy, or but also we will work together as well
Mhm.
to come up with the strategies and uh, to put in the application, and then
So,
after
so
submission.
sorry, just sorry to cut you off, but the team application form will be different from the individual application forms that we will be filling in right now.
Yes, because this application form is for me to understand what role you want to apply.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, because so in the application for right now, the one that I'm sending out right now, you will see that you have top one choice, the second and the third choice,
Sure.
because there are maybe people wanting the same chair.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it will depend. So you're probably gonna think about like if you have the first position, I will definitely pick so the first position will get their first position or first priority,
Priority.
and then we will go down the list, things like
Right.
that. Yeah,
Right.
so so the interview will be set by the 180DC growth team. We do not have any influence or any information from that, but we know it's a group presentation, not presentation, group interview.
Overview.
And
Right.
so they will, I think it's 2 to 3 weeks ahead
Mm-hmm.
before they actually conduct interview for us to, so they will send out information and we can prepare it accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And after the interview, we can definitely just ask them how long before we can hear back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yes, so with that being said, until this moment, we will actually know that we will be official or not. So
Oh,
before that, it's all prep works. I just want everyone to understand that.
okay. Okay,
Yes,
so the interview is basically for the team to know us, not really to shortlist us or finalize whether we are gonna be their representative or not. The interview with
I would
the
say
team.
that after the interview, we will get a yes or no answer if we can set up a branch.
Right.
Yes, and whoever's in the team will be in the team. They will not kick anyone out
Yeah.
from our team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we make our decisions.
Right. Right. You mentioned you are gonna present, like give a presentation to the dean in the coming days.
Yes, Tuesday they have a faculty meeting, and so one of the professors just said I can just come over after the faculty meeting. So like the people who are in charge are actually there.
Yeah. Is it on the coming Tuesday? 3 days
Yes,
from now?
yes, it's in
At
the
what
main
time?
campus.
At what time?
12:15.
I have a class. I was thinking of maybe if I could join.
Mm. I do
Mm.
have. Oh, I also have a class. I think it will probably, hopefully, end before 12:15, and I can rush to the meeting.
Is it ending at 12:15 or starting at 12:15?
Mine is ending 12:30, but like the classes usually end like 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have
No,
morning
no,
class.
the presentation, you're gonna start the presentation by 12:30, 12:15, 12:30?
12:50. Yes.
Okay. Right.
But that would be kind of, so that would be just talking about what 180 DCs are and what can benefit the schools, stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah. So basically a pitch to set up a branch in DC, in Douglas College.
Yes. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
also DC, so
Yeah. Right. Hmm.
yep.
That's interesting. And just one last question. I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking all the time.
No worries.
But can you like elaborate a little bit on the mentor coordination chair role?
This one, the first one?
First one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So mentors are actually divided by two sections, the academic and professional. So mentors from the academic, which means like if we want to get any academic support from the school,
Mhm.
or should we reach to any business strategy class professors or marketing or stuff like that. So we can definitely make the connections. So this chair will coordinate with this mentorship within school. And the second part is professional. So it's a great way for the chair to reach out to industry professionals, for example, Deloitte or anyone from a consulting firm or any company that you see fit, and ask them that, okay, so we are setting up the 180 DC consulting organization branch. We would like you to be our long-term mentor, or if you want to give a quick workshop, one time off things like that. So it's definitely, so up to now I can give two like general directions, but as the mentored coordination chair, you will definitely come up with your own ideas if you see any other opportunities you want to kind of fit in our branch. So if I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So basically revolves around the concept of mentorship, like creating a mentorship program within the college and beyond it also, but basically uh, doing stuff around the mentorship program.
Yes, and you're acquiring mentors for not just the funding team, but for future students as well. So it
Hmm.
will be like a whole branch of um, development as well. So mentor coordination will work somewhat closely with the development part of the recruitment chair.
Right.
Yes, but there are a lot of outreach experience or opportunities for mentor coordination chair. and also for client acquisition chair as well.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, to start with, we need outreach abilities for all those chairs because we need to set up everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty much from my end. Thank you so much, Bella, for
Yeah,
answering
thank
all
you
of
for
that.
the great questions. And the other people, do you guys have one and only?
Yeah, I have a question actually. As we talked, I said I graduated in May 2022, and I'm an alumni now. Can I still join, or what can I do? Or, as you said, it's already planned. There's a growth opportunity for the club and for the branch. It
Yes,
may go out of the college, or maybe to
yes,
Hall.
that's for
We
sure.
can reach to Hall, Great Vancouver area. So I want to ask that. What can I do now?
Yeah, that's a
Can I?
great question.
Yeah.
So one of the great options, you can be the founding team generalist. Because I'm not sure if you're working or so. For this question, answers to all people who are graduating. If you are going to be working but still want to participate, you can still join as the founding team generalist. And in terms of all these chairs, so we will definitely still take consideration if you want to apply, but our priority would be given to students who are currently in school, if that makes sense. But if this chair is not being filled from the current students, we can definitely bring you onto the chair per se, because 180-degree consultants really want us to start from a smaller space, so from the college first, and then expand it to the broader region. So, but because I would say that because for our founding team, we're juggling with multiple balls, I personally don't think that's a problem if you graduated and still want to join as a chair. So, yeah.
Yeah, all sounds good. From my personal perspective, I'm currently not working right now, and I can compensate that a lot of time for the next 2 months. I'm actually planning to start working maybe in January in the next year. So in the following 2 months, I can compensate a lot of time. But after that, it will reduce, of course. But there will be still at least 2 days and the afternoons I can join. Maybe if you cannot fill any important position, I can fill that for the next 2 or 3 months, and we will see after that.
Okay.
What will change in our personal lives, and then I can step down to founding